Hello, my country people. Then we don't come live, and sorry, say I'll be a little bit late, a little bit later than planned. Today, on the 1st of October 2024, we celebrate Black Leg Day. Una share as una join Countryman the Camp. Una share, una share as una join my country with them. Una Countryman the Camp. Today, we celebrate Black Leg Zone. Una share as una join. So we will play our Kumkum anthem, and then we will take them from there. We'll march fire, my country with them. We play Cameroonianness as well. So I don't bring a fantastic presentation. We will focus on Ayabacho Lucas, the Ambatuna terrorist. We don't be arrested for Norway for crimes against humanity inside Cameroon. My country with them. Now march fire for share as na join.
Hail, hail, hail the Kumkumasa. We the Cameroonians, we pledge our loyalty. Kumkumasa, Kumkumasa, you shall free our country from terror, and your blessing shall be like the stars above. The Most High God shall be your guide.
Thank you plenty. All my country people, them way they don't join with today. Now the 1st of October 2024, when a Black Leg Day. Black Leg Day it be celebrated on the day where the former British Southern Cameroons it be officially joined Cameroon for form one and indivisible Cameroon. Now why that way would they celebrate Black Leg Day for this day? My country people them. As now join. When I know the usual routine, when I match fire for share, I make it go far and wide. So I go play for una some videos them, and then I go elaborate. So it go take me hopefully not up to 2 hours for this live broadcast, but if it take me up to 2 hours, then so be it. As when I join for this 1st October 2024 Black Leg Day celebration, when I match fire for share, I make it go far and wide. We will talk about Ayabacho Lucas and the arrest on charges of inciting crimes against humanity inside Cameroon, my country people then. When I match fire for share, I make it go far and wide. When I match fire. So, bear with me. I want to play for you some video.
That is a red dragon.
Now, bear with me, my country people then. I want to take the info card with there on the screen off. So when I watch this video, my country people then.
That is a red dragon. That is a red dragon with your female.
Do not forget that it's the red dragon and a female shark has got them the G powers. DOP is always there to make sure you get the images of happening. my 125 soldiers plus the field marshal. But when I see them, so when I think say around that, no field marshal. Therefore today now waiting. 24th. Today na 24. Which one? July. 24 July. Yes. Where field marshal they make this video for proof for the world. Say the Republic, as you know, wherever any lie. For announce them, put them for net. Say they don't kill field marshal. But field marshal they alive. No be so? No. And my soldiers them they alive. If Republic no see his soldier, me find a soldier because they find my own.
So that one na Oliver 33 Expo my country with them. Now just some of the propaganda videos in this way they be flood social media for 2018, 2019 at the peak of Ambazonia terrorism. They will get more than 1,000 Amba terrorists just for the Red Dragons of Libya alone for 2018. Make una remember that. More than 1,000. Today for 2024, they know even they up to them 6 inside bush where they call themselves the Red Dragons. And they know they inside Libya they don't go out of Libya because Libya be too hot for them. Now Black Leg place where any place where Amber pass inside Libya it no say name not die. So they need to stay for there up to 3 seconds. So they enter for Libya enter for kidnap some person and then run out. So that just one of the examples. This video, it no be been now for 1st of October celebration or anything like that. Now just an ordinary video will be make for July. As I don't hear as it talk just for send a message to Minister Paul Tasson or someone else, maybe they call their names for that video. Okay. So make una understand, una fit count how many picking the day for you back. Just give me a rough idea how many picking them you think say the day behind Oliver 33 Expo you back for this small propaganda video we make them. And make I take the video go for the beginning. Make una see the number of picking the way they be there for Red Dragon. Now look at this one are just an ordinary camp. There were more than 1,000 of them at the beginning of this nonsense. Today they don't reach up to them 4. So also they picking the day. The majority of them don't be kumkumized. Someone they don't run. Someone they did DTR centers. And that is the history, the story of Ambazonia terrorism. My country people then. When I sorry say I get my partner in crime there in the background, it do your own thing. So if una feel hear ye, that's all good. Now celebration day, all we will celebrate Black Legism. So as una feel see now 2018 situation for Ambazonia terrorism. This is why I play this video for now before I bring Ayabacho in. Ayabacho will talk, and I want make una also understand when I listen to the last conversation when me I began with Ayabacho and all of those things and how we set Ayabacho up before the arrest and all of those things and the details I could bring up for una today. But we'll go back to 2018, 2019. Now the kind of propaganda videos and this way they will make them. This one now just if you want just showcase say they're alive. It get if you just do a rough head count for this video alone, there'll be more than them 50, 60 terrorists in there for this video alone. Okay. Now I want for challenge all una Black Legs them when I go watch all the so-called Ambazonia match or propaganda where they go post down for this 1st of October 2024. I guarantee una no go find any video where Amba they post them where it get population for day or where it get more than 20 Amba terrorists for that video. It no go exist because one key killed the beginning for the way they no fit even gather themselves together for reach 20 in number for one camp. And then gone are the days where the population able to support them or the population will go do those marches and all of that nonsense. Gone are those days. So Ambazonia terrorism has been destroyed thoroughly. So when you look at all the small propaganda videos, the way they go make them, and when I go see exactly what they talk about, gone are those days the way they put a video where you see 50, 60, 70, 80 Amba terrorists for one video. They don't have the number. And the biggest thing we don't do for defeat Ambazonia terrorism, the biggest thing we don't achieve, I'm not say, they don't get the capability for recruit any more gullible Anglophone youth, for give them guns, send them in the bush anymore, my country people them. So that is the situation in the Anglophone zone, my country people them. Now, I want to make una pay attention to the picture where it did on the screen, my contributor them, it be important for we for discuss one or two things then. I believe say when I go don't see me, I don't make this post, the picture with it on the screen. I produced them a few months ago. I go don't post them for our Facebook page when I go don't see them before. Where I talk say we thank Ndong Emmanuel and Ayabacho Lucas. These are the two biggest assets to Black Legism. They are a gift that keeps giving. They have helped to destroy ambassador terrorism more than any other. I know we write that thing as a joke. That is the honest truth. If you look at all the black legs them where they don't ever assemble, me included, I know things that any one black leg don't do anything for destroy ambassador terrorism as much as Ayabacho Lucas and Capo Daniel. And of course the ADF, AGOVC, the whole organization where they be writing. Sorry about the spelling mistake for Ayabacho in name. I say Ayab instead of Ayabacho. So these two Nkunyams the way they did on the screen, now the biggest assets, the way we black legs will get them. And over the years, systematically, I don't do things the way sometimes the way when I know where to command they do them, but things the way they be deliberate, goading and making the amber terrorists for continue for the make mistakes and where we capitalize on the mistakes then. And today, I want to play for Una some of the videos then, the reality of what really happened in Amber World, make Una get a perspective of the truth and the reality, my contributor. But first, make Una listen to this video where I go play them.
As we know,
Una listen to this video where I go play them next, my contributor them. Because this a person with on the screen, in name that Theodore Ngomba of Cry Out TV. And if you remember 2019 and back then, where they do those programs, them investigative programs, them and then can deliver them. I want me to listen to this particular broadcast we be make them after they be bury woman alive inside Guzang for 2019. My country people them. When I listen, and then it will give you an idea because the strategies where we don't use them, whenever they hide. We tell them exactly what we want for do them, and then we go right ahead and for do them, and then it will still be successful. When I listen, my country people them.
as far as we know, my country people them is still a ghost. Claims of him being unmasked have not stopped him from doing what he does. His goals are very clear. He calls himself the king of black legs and is determined to destroy Ambazonia. It is the Ambazonians themselves who are giving him all the ammunition to use against them. And the more he is attacked, the more we will have different my country people them sprouting. It is our understanding that a lot of the videos that he shares are simply taken from the phones of dead or captured fighters. There is no telling what else will surface from fighters' phones in the future.
That is why if you go to Nkumasa, he's no longer finding stories again. He uses all that we say against the struggle, he uses it to educate our people that it was not necessary. I have more important things to take care of, which is my country people, and which I'm going to begin now. I'm telling you, my country people is my target. Because the harm that my country people has caused us, especially our boys. He has deceived our boys until it is only now. When I make sure sometimes I talk to them personally, sometimes I send out messages to them. What my country people is doing is like flashing. He pays you advance. You come in, they grab you, and the story is over.
So when I don't hear wait Theodore Ngomba and Paul Nilon come up to talk, Theodore Ngomba tell them, flat, plain, say the evidence where are they use them or the information where are they use them against ambassador terrorists, not themselves they provide them.
Go ahead.
But this is the reality. People listen to the devil himself, my country people of La Republique, more than they listen to some Ambazonian activists. This is the reality.
Fellow Ambazonians, my country people, his platform must be destroyed because
So when I don't hear from this Amber terrorist, the Teruna, the evidence, the information.
Now listen to the blacklegs, the official blacklegs that you won't know. He's the one who calls himself my country people them. This one, listen, that is why we must be very careful how we fight him for doing what he's doing. To carry out video and audio propaganda, to expose our revolution, to use our words, our videos to attack us.
Okay, look like this guy called My Country People them. You've seen some videos, right? You know who I'm talking about? You've seen some videos coming from, some clips coming from some guy who calls himself My Country People. You've seen that, right?
Possibly.
Okay, that guy is actually of the Southern Cameroon extraction. But as far as I'm concerned, he is no longer an Ambati. He's no longer a Southern Cameroonian. He has forfeited his citizenship because he is solely responsible for many of our soldiers' deaths. He contacts them, talks to them, then sets them up to be killed by La Republic. Then he celebrates their death.
So this is the definition of an idiot. When I don't hear way Eric Ate, he come up for talk. When I hear way Theodon Gomba talk. When I hear way Eric Tato, Capo Daniel. When I hear all of them, Paul Nilong, and Mark Barretta, they talk say the information we may use them for destroy ambassador terrorism. Not themselves they provide them for me. They knew this since 2019. But they cannot help themselves. They cannot stop it. So, knowing fully well, say these people, they be this stupid. Now, why do I tell you, say, the biggest assets to our blacklegism, not them this on the screen. These two Nkunyams them, now the biggest assets then that way, our blacklegism, it get them. So, I don't use them, their words, their faces, their pictures, their actions, and wait themselves, they put them out there for destroy them. And that's exactly, and they've known this since 2019, and they don't have an answer for it. My country. So now I will bring for now more evidence as to what way me I talk about my country. Now bear with me 1 second. I go cue in some videos them after Ayabacho Lucas will be arrested. Of course, the Amber terrorists them they can't try. Someone they go talk, they go try for lie, they go try for save face. Someone they go talk about how no, actually good things. They don't be arrested because they go internationalize their struggle and all of that nonsense. Now remember saying that the same noise where they be make them down where we find firewood knock Oliver Lekiaka for head. They say okay now when I don't kill Oliver, another dreaded general go come we go even be worse than Oliver. So the question I ask them now say if when I be get a general way go be worse than Oliver, where go destroy La Republic, give una independence. Why when I not go kill the Oliver on ourselves? So that when I get the independence quicker, so that the new general way go take over, it would be even more deadlier. Why would I not kill the Oliver on ourselves if killing Oliver was a fantastic thing for una? So the truth and the reality now same now a big massive blow for ambassador terrorists, the arrest of Ayabacho Lucas, and behold, one of them it would talk the truth. It be difficult to find Amber shit no white last way they talk the truth, but when I listen to this one, it would talk the truth. When I listen.
My fellow Ambazonians, I am not going to fool you to say that this is not a blow. It is a blow to our revolution. It is a blow to a people. It is a blow to the God of justice, to a just God and to a just world.
So when I don't hear it don't talk him say arresting Ayabacho was a big blow. They are seriously crying, and one of the things where it been at the impact, the repercussions for arresting Ayabacho, now say plenty of people the way they support them, they run, they no go donate money anymore because they don't see Ayabacho communication devices them. They know who they contribute money give them. They know who will communicate with and what will they talk, and all of those details them now the government for Norway and the investigators them, they get all of that information. So now a big massive blow for them, and they cannot hide it. My confidence. So now bear with me 1 second. I go play for una more videos them. I bring una more evidence. Now this one na live broadcast where Ayabacho Lucas Ebiduam for 2023. I go load them now for una where Ayabacho Lucas be talk specifically. It be talk about Madame Ayafo Florence and the beheading, and some of these things and way Ayabacho himself it don't talk him where it don't indict he where it lead to your own arrest. When I listen, my contribute them the video the load. When I listen to Ayabacho himself.
Jailed.
That's interesting.
I should be tried and jailed.
That's interesting.
Yes, I should be tried and jailed. Trust me. And so I believe we must be accountable. No Ambazonian should have any illusion. If you work against Ambazonia, if you enable acts of colonialism declared by the United Nations as crimes against humanity, there will be no forgiveness.
Okay, granting that is right. In 2019, the world was shocked by the atrocious killing of Miss Florence Ayafo. As a leader, you did well to get the people you believe were responsible, the culprits. But since then, and I have to say that even those who disagree with you applauded the action. That's leadership. But since then, nobody ever heard anything about what those three gentlemen, I really shouldn't even call them gentlemen, if they were actually the culprits. Those three guys, nobody knows what you did with them. Justice must also be seen as done, Dr. Cho. Do you agree with that?
I agree with you.
But then nobody heard what you did with those three people.
Yes, and possibly that's a limitation from our part.
Did the pictures, did what you hear done to Florence Ayafo, did it shock you as it shocked everybody?
Of course, it shocked me. And the reason why we are up against such a brutal regime is to make sure we can protect the dignity of our people. Look, even I tell the forces, if you engage in acts of killing, in acts that are inconsistent with the foundation of our liberation struggle, we will hold you accountable. But we are operating under difficult circumstances. And so that is factored out in what we can do and what we cannot do.
So people are curious to know, where are those three people you arrested for killing, on allegations of killing Florence Ayafo?
We have a standard practice within the Ambazonian Defense Forces and the sister forces. We arrest persons, we use our code of justice, we engage in rehabilitation, but we do not reintroduce most of them back in fighting, especially those who engage in what we consider as egregious crimes, as the one that happened to Ms. Ayafo.
If militating for the CPDM is deemed to be an act of treachery, which could result in death, if I understood you well, here we are, you're talking about three people you arrested for so brutally killing a woman. You're talking about rehabilitating them. That doesn't come across as justice, does it?
Rehabilitation is a component of justice. That is factored in international.
Shouldn't justice be commensurate to the crime?
Irrespective of the crime. Rehabilitation is an instrument factored in international instruments as a form of justice. It's a restorative justice. So we might decide to engage in retributive justice, but you cannot, when you talk about some of the crimes that Ambazonian forces have committed, and put them in the same line with, the CPDM. I think that's a distinction you have to make. Even in the Oxford report a few years back, they criticized these kind of drawing this moral equivalence between some of the infractions committed by Ambazonian forces and the crimes of war, crimes against humanity, and even genocide perpetrated by the CPDM. And I repeat, if you are arrested as a CPDM, you might not go home alive.
Do you believe in the death penalty?
Within the context of the Ambazonian War of Liberation, yes.
I guess I'm still confused, sir. I'm not clear why those three gentlemen or those three guys don't deserve the death penalty. All of us know, actually, I was sent a video of what happened to that woman. I couldn't even open it. Well, all of us know what happened to that woman. So we're wondering why that's not deserving of death penalty.
There are many things that are factored in making decisions about actions of soldiers. Was it systematic? What motivated it? All of those things are factored in. What do you see is the crime? In passing judgment on the crime, we factor a lot of things, and we came to the conclusion that they don't deserve. We will not institute a death penalty on Ambazonian forces at this particular time,
regardless of what they do.
Except it's systematic, it is massive, but we will not.
Okay, your point taken, sir. It's now about 7 years since the war, 5 months. And this is the question that almost everybody, some actually pleaded with me to ask you this question. Now 5 months, Dr. Ayabacho, since you made a vehicular circulation between Bangui and Bamenda almost impossible. You have publicly taken responsibility for what could appropriately be described as a blockade. What is it you are trying to accomplish with that blockade?
The blockade stays in place, and I will not discuss what we are trying to accomplish, but the population within this area, they are okay with that blockade.
So when I don't hear what way Ayabacho talk for this video, where Ebi do an interview with Divine in Chamukong for the program Chat Night Africa. So this one been at the 14th of July 2023, my contributor them. Ayabacho Lucas accept responsibility na ye ADF Amber terrorists they be kill Madame Ayafo Florence for that gruesome manner. So this one now just one of hundreds of such crimes and where they don't commit harm on Anglophones them. So now based on this reality, and ma tell una ma explain something when I don't understand, and all una know very well say now because of me, una countryman, where that video of Madame Ayafo Florence it be come out outside. If countryman not be there for this fight, maybe no man no forever see well the international outcry and the way where that video tarnish Ambazonian terrorism, maybe we'll not forget that impact. That one it only be because a countryman it be available for when that video be come out, they be shared inside some group inside. It happen, I say when excuse me, I think I get more connection problem. So what will happen, I say the person will be shared the video inside the WhatsApp group, it be quickly delete them after the outcry inside the WhatsApp group. But before they delete that video out of that WhatsApp group, one person will be there for the WhatsApp group and be forward the video send out for our countryman. It's a countryman. Imagine, can you believe what way these Amber terrorists they do? So I take that video, we broadcast them, it go viral. That video, almost all man for Cameroon, it don't see the beheading and the gruesome murder of Madame Ayafo Florence. So Ayabacho Lucas, they here today, they answer questions on Madame Ayafo Florence because of which way me are doing, because of which way we, the Black Legs and Duam. Now the accountability that this way we they bring them because of our Black Legism. If we not be there, Ayabacho not forever get to answer these questions the way they answer today about the murder of Madame Ayafo Florence. And now they don't arrest it they now on charges of inciting crimes against humanity for Cameroon. It would need to answer those charges them, and it would need to answer about the murder of Madame Ayafo Florence because of which way me and you we don't do them. These are concrete results of what blacklegism might contribute them. So he also talk about the blockade from Bangui Road. Now, just some of these things and where they mount up and they rise to the level of crimes against humanity because they be systematic and they be widespread, from summary executions, them, public executions, them, beheading people, them, you know, blockades, the way you stop people, them, even sick people, the way they want to go hospital, you stop them. School picking, the way they want to go for school, you stop them. Hundreds of thousands of picking their education be affected. That one they call them say educide, educational genocide. So all of these things then brought together. Now, why that way Ayabacho look as be charged with crimes against humanity today might contribute them. And also because the evidence it be overwhelming. Because some of the terrorists them they commit these crimes, them, these atrocities them on video. And it'll be designed for shock the population. So now one of the reasons then that way it be charged. And if when I get any specific questions then when I feel leave them in the comment section, I contribute them. But before I want to continue with this live broadcast, I want to announce for now, if we follow this page, if we don't see them, say today we'll get some fantastic Black Leg news. We don't compromise 3 Ambashi no white blast terrorists them for Mete Division Day, where they be there under so-called General Fali. I don't post them for this page and on our website www.countrypeople.com. So when I check that one out, now fantastic Black Leg news that. Before we continue with Ayabacho videos, them we'll go focus on Ayabacho today. Last year, 1st of October 2023, we'll be do blacklegism way. I'll be showing our videos of hundreds of Amba terrorists the way we don't kill them since since the beginning of Ambazuna terrorism. So I'll be showing all of those videos them and a part of the presentation. That way the newspaper, the Guardian Post, it be carry on their front pages them. They will write an article about them a few days after we will go live with a list of all of those Amba terrorists the way we don't kill them. So una bear with me. I want to also congratulate Okan Nasri Clovis. So I play for una some video on the screen. Una bear with me 1 second. The video they load.
I believe this is a term. This is a term now. Yes.
So now Dr. Countryman Junior that for a term for Meme Division where it be there live on the ground for Southwest region. It do sensitization, it talk to the population, it go for schools, it talk to school picking them and all of those things them. When I see them, it then have for school now some village. So these are the things we do in the background. We're doing an all team where we can't talk them. So fantastic work. Thank you so much, Dr. Countryman Junior, for your fantastic blacklegism and also the kumkumization of the Amba terrorists. We don't kumkumize them today. Now I want to tell you now about the Amba terrorists them way. The Amba terrorists, the way we don't compromise them in the past 1 year since the last Black Leg Day. So when I remember a fang big number for Batibo will compromise on the 9th of January 2024, we been at ADF under Ayabacho will kill him for AY. It died on where they be go from bingo for go seek medical attention after Kumkumbi there for Ibelem. They capture you for then he die. On the 21st of January 2024, we kill General so-called Bush Doctor for Oku. Actually, that one be captured alive. And then on the 21st of January again for Bamenda, General so-called Rambo for Alabukam will wipe him through him. 30th of January 2024, Pache Tano, when a quarter head for Musang for Bamenda, it be compromised by so-called Commander JC of ADF when a snake bites snake. Fantastic news. So we also get General so-called Yellow. A big compromise for Sabongari, 15th of January 2024. And then for March 2024, 27th of March, we get General Ako Giant, a big captured by the population, taken to Nigeria and compromised. On that same day, 27th of March, we will get so-called General Sami for Balinyonga, where they under General Grandpa, where it don't run. It not still there on the ground. It not even there for Nigeria. Grandpa for Balinyonga don't run. It find way for enter America, Mexico route. So that so-called General Sami, when Naibi killed Bertrand for Boxing Day, 26th of December 2023. That so-called General Sami will be compromised and the carcass will be displayed from Tamfwine Square for Bali. And then 24th of March 2024 will compromise General Spirito of Big Babanki. He will be shot in the chest and the buttocks, and then he die in the bush later in serious agony. We don't broadcast all of these videos them and pictures them for now over the past year. So for continue, number 9 will get for April 2024, April the 21st, will compromise, capture General Baba from Donga Mantong. On the 24th of April 2024, General Desmond, aka Johnny Mad Dog of Ndian, where real name is Desmond, will compromise on the 24th of April. And then on the 4th of April 2024, General Soko Alaji of Bafut 7 Qatar Ukumkumaisi will display a carcass for Agiati Market Square. On the 3rd of April 2024, General Soko Pastor of Ndian, where his real name na Elvis Monene, he died in a car accident for the United Arab Emirates because if you don't thief plenty money, he run go for UAE. Number 13, we'll get on the 3rd of April 2024, General 1010 of Fako under Sagat will display a carcass for Moya. Number 14, on the 5th of May 2024, will General Sagon and 2 of his sheet no wipe last week compromised and the carcass be displayed for Ndop. On that same day, on the 5th of May 2024, General so-called 77 of Pinyin will wipe him to him. 31st of May 2024, we'll get so-called General Boko Haram at Temkeng Edwin of Libya Lem be compromised without soup. We'll get 13th of June 2024, General Black Bat of Mbonge be compromised in Boa Bakundu and will display carcass for Kumba. That one at number 17. For number 18, we'll get on the 30th of June 2024, Commander on a General Stone of ATF, Bamenda compromised with the driver. For number 19, we'll get 10th of July 2024, Commander Iron of ADF, a bit compromised because of this taxi color nonsense. So now we'll get number 20, say now on the 24th of August 2024, we'll get General Marcel of Bambi Lee, when a Boyo Pekin, it be wiped out, compromised. Number 21, now say on the 17th of August 2024, General Robosco of Koshin for Menchum will wipe him to him. Number 22, on the 20th of August 2024, General Colabo of Bamali, where real name Natanto Leonard Menchi be buried alive by General Only Bro, where they fight over kidnapping for ransom money. Fantastic snake bite snake. On the 8th of August 2024, we'll get General K2 of Owe, Fako will wipe him. We'll also get so-called General Malian Desi of Bear, he be compromised on the 18th of September 2024. Number 25, we'll get General CP or Short Man of T10 under Batibo subdivision, and 3 of the gang they be compromised on the 21st of September 2024. And then Sukadef will be in tears. Ebenezer Akwanga, a top kidnapping squad, Colonel Savage, and his so-called commander, he be compromised for Locando 2 on the 23rd of September 2024. Now, just a short list of the few Amber Terrorist No White Blast generals and what they call themselves, colonels and shit No White Blast, the way we don't kill them since just January 2024. My country people, them we are doing fantastically well. And now we go back to playing Ayabacho Lucas video them, and we now go hear how Ayabacho take his own foot, a took him inside his own mop, and it then now in detention. They face charges of inciting acts of committing or inciting crimes against humanity, and now people in that way not them be the accused Cameroon government of inciting or committing acts when are war crimes or crimes against humanity. Now, not them. They arrest them for diaspora for that exact same crime way they don't blame Cameroon government for. Now, I want to put some information on the screen for my country people them, and then I will explain a little bit more about this picture where it will appear on our screen in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That picture where it is on the screen for now the logo for this news organization where it did for Norway, where they call them say NRK. Their website na www.nrk.no. When I go check them out, now the news organization this way, Ayabacho Lucas, it go refer to, and now the people in this way, they become on the ground inside Cameroon, can do investigation where it lead to Ayabacho being arrested and charged for inciting crimes against humanity. My contributor, make a move the logo off the screen, and I go play for una Ayabacho Lucas videos them. But first, when I listen to the Amber Alphabet TV for Sako Ekomei side, made they give una their own analysis and for elaborate on these charges and the arrest of Ayabacho Lucas. And I go see how even the Amber terrorists they need to deny the fact that Ayabacho Lucas don't commit these atrocities. Then okay, when I listen to ye, when I go listen themselves, they go play the videos the way me Abe produce them in order for make their points. When I listen, my country people them for Amber Alphabet TV, they will talk about Ayabacho Lucas. When I listen
to him. I am compelled to make an address today on the topic of the change of taxi colors. I know everybody is screaming. Everybody is uncertain. There are others who are attacking. The weaver birds are on the top of trees and they are screaming. I am not going to reverse the decision. Let me be absolutely clear. I will not reverse the decision. One of the
So that's Joe Ayaba telling the world that in spite of everybody calling him to conscience, and Amazonians crying, innocent taxi drivers screaming, people losing their hard-earned money, some would have played Jangis. Please, love proudly, excitedly, looking into the eyes of the people of Amazonia and the world, and bragging and telling them, I'm not reversing this insensitivity. That's what he told them. That he's not going to reverse it. He has even taken responsibility for that. Mbui, these are things that have never, ever happened in Amazonia. And one of those that were beheaded on camera had a sister in the diaspora that was a member of his group. They behead people on camera and they don't deny it. The same Joe Ayaba, we've reported it. And for those who feel that we should have stayed quiet, it's a poor calculation. Last year in October, the people of Momo would have their land defied in a way like never before. In Momo, look at my screen, this is what happened. These were two gentlemen allegedly working with Cameroon. I'm talking with the colonial administration, allegedly working with the colonial administration. Because you cannot litigate a matter on the street. These two men will wake up that morning and will never ever return home again. They will be trapped by Joe Ayaba, made to confess on camera, or if, in law, there's something very basic in law. Any evidence that You have seen them. They shot on camera. You've seen that. Maybe you may think we're doing conspiracy theory. This is not conspiracy theory. Amazonians, this is not conspiracy theory. What you're watching now. And like I said, this is not conspiracy theory. If you think that we are just doing conspiracy theory, listen to Cho Ayaba's press secretary. Listen to him.
We will take care of them. Our forces will take care of them. As you all know, yesterday, the Ambazonia Defense Forces, following the established Ambazonian Code of Law and Code of Justice, carried out summary execution publicly of 2 Cameroon spies recruited by the B commander in Ambo, following our code of conduct, our code of law and code of justice. They were executed.
Did you see that? These were the 2 men. That is Lucas Asu. I wrote an article in 2018 to describe the both of them. I call it the Lucas conspiracy. You know, in 2018, I was communicating with this guy. I invited him at the time with SCBC. He was pretending he was working as an intelligence officer for Cho Ayaba. So I invited him, and when we finally decoded who he was, I would ask myself, was that necessary? You heard what he was saying, that you did it and you came on camera to say it. The question is, why? Why? I understood that this guy was a psychiatric patient. But you know why they'll do this all the time? To show strength. Some people who have lost relevance. In the diaspora, Ambazonians don't trust them. Southern Cameroonians that are funding this genocide, they're funding our self-defense initiative from the diaspora, have lost trust. The unfortunate part about all of these crimes against humanity is the media and the manipulative efforts to encapsulate the entire Ambazonia as a people under these heinous crimes.
Okay, my contributor. So when I don't hear what way that party when I don't hear what way that party for Amber Alphabet TV, they come up for Talkham, right? Now he asked a few questions then for day. I go help people answer them, and I believe say it go also help the audience then for understand. For example, it talk about how Ayaba Cho Lucas publicly execute those 2 people for Guzang Market Square, and then they take responsibility. They go for Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, where they call them for ask, and they justify them, and they talk saying that their code of conduct or whatever. And Asu Lucas talks in a summary execution. So the question we ask and I say why. Now, because they believe, say they go get away with it. And now one of the reasons in this way they charge Ayabacho for crimes against humanity, because that public execution, it no be only be now the killing of 2 people. No, it will be designed for traumatize a people, a community. It will be, when I see how they go now for Market Square, they gather people them around, they move the 2 people them out, they tell them they should not for down, they turn on their camera first, and then they talk to the population, explain for the population which way they be about for doing, and then they execute the people them on video. And then when I even hear some person talk, say that man never died, that man never died, and then you hear 2 more gunshots for finish the man off. And then they talk and clearly say this one they do now for send a message for Blacklegs. That one now the reason that way they do for send a message for Blacklegs. Guess what, Blacklegs? Today, now 1st of October, Blackleg Day. Since we don't try for fight against we Blacklegs them, it don't make them as stupid as they be, they will commit this kind of stupid, which way I feel call them say own goals. This nonsense because they be stupid. Now, why do I tell when I say, when I feel look at the picture way there on the screen, I tell when I say these 2 kunyam them, now the biggest asset where we Blacklegs will get them. When I know if you understand, and they use them, manipulate them for do something where it would be detrimental to what themselves espouse and say they want for achieve them. I will give you another example. If I look on the screen again, Ayabacho Komot Tokham on July the 18th, 2023 say they no go respect Geneva Convention. Remember this one as well, it Tokham because of provocation again against Blacklegs, where it talks say now Blacklegs they because Cameroon military for go kill some ADF terrorists them for around that side for Bamenda they call and say with him Nancho Junction. So if terrorists they come, they move 10 people them out of their homes, they publicly execute them for Nancho Junction, Nancho Junction for Bamenda. When I know that story very well. Now another example that way Ayabacho Lucas, it don't be manipulated because it be gullible. Because one of the things the way it be easy for manipulate this kind of kunyams them like Capo Daniel and Ayabacho now because they be very emotional. Any person will be emotional. Either you be easy for anger and all of those things then that one a vulnerability way intelligent people they feel exploit them. And now one of the reasons then that way I always try for goad them, for antagonize them. Because when you antagonize this kind of idiots them, they could do something where they no be prepared for the consequences where it go follow. And exactly what way they do them. Now, after they execute those 2 people then for Guzang Market, I produced that 2-minute video where when I see this guy Tapadi a player, first even I actually know now the video this where I also look at the talk. Before I produce that video, I understand how the international community functions, how the world functions, because I don't travel the world. I understand international. These diplomats, they don't get the time for read. I don't see some amber fools and Anglophones that they send diplomatic letters them to people them like American Congress and the rest. If your letter is more than 2 pages long, it will be put in the bin. If now video and the video is more than 2 minutes long, forget it. No international diplomat, no go watch him unless it get to do with the life. And no go watch him, no go listen. So I make sure that the video was exactly 2 minutes long. I search through for find the music for put them in the background where it go portray the message where I be want for put them out. And I deliberately no stamp MKPD for that video because I be want make this kind of shit no white last. They broadcast them on their own Facebook pages. They feel comfortable for share them in their own WhatsApp groups them, and they feel share them with their family members them and whatnot. So that make the video go far and wide. I produced that 2-minute video. I learned on Bebe Manga, that music. I put that for background as the music because that music it be touching. And then I produced the video 2 minutes. I put the faces, the names, and especially I talk say Asu Lucas, where they stay for Canada. I say Canada they protect terrorists. And Ayabacho Lucas, I say Norway they protect terrorists. And I put their flags for their countries them over and over. And I saw the flags they fly over that video. As Mafisi now the flags and that I make the flags fly so for captivate the attention on the international committee, the diplomats where they come out those countries and say they are hosting terrorists in their country. That 2-minute video my contribute them, it go viral. That 2-minute video with that execution, it go viral. And it garner exactly the attention where I be expecting. My information on the screen where I don't already display them a few minutes ago, my showing us something my contribute them. So this news organization where your logo there on the screen, now Norwegian Broadcasting Corporation, they get hold of that video and they contact me in the background for authenticate the video. We discuss. I tell them, say, they be 100% free for come on the ground for Cameroon, for come do their own fact-finding mission. I give them contacts of people the way they fit talk to for carry out their investigation. So now they put aside a budget and they send investigators them on the ground. They can interview ex-combatants them, the victims them, and the eyewitness testimonies them. They gather all the evidence. They be there for Cameroon for several months. And that process, they finish their compile their report. When they arrive back for Norway, they actually interview Ayabacho Lucas as part of completing their report. Okay, they interview Ayabacho Lucas, and Ayabacho Lucas they go testify to the interview where this organization be interviewing for this next videos. And I go play of Ayabacho Lucas. So the next 1 hour I go play the Ayabacho Lucas the videos. Them maybe talk to Divine Chamukong 3 weeks ago. Now the last time that way me I talk face to face, one-on-one with Ayabacho 3 weeks ago. Well, not face to face, but on call. When me I talk to Ayabacho, when I go hear our interaction, me and Ayabacho for 3 weeks ago on the 4th or the 6th of September. This September we passed yesterday, where Ayabacho be there on Divine Chamukong, a live broadcast. When I go hear the conversation, I go bring them for now. Make I just put them on the screen in the background for now. My computer, I just put them on the screen in the background. Me wanna see what they talk about. This one now live on the 6th of September 2024, where me and Ayabacho will get this interaction for Divine Chamukong, a chat night Africa. I go bring that video. Then when I go hear Ayabacho himself, it will implicate himself even further. So that news organization, they will do their investigation. Then they present the findings then now to the Norwegian authorities. Them faced with that reality because the Cameroon government don't send diplomatic channels them, diplomatic cables through diplomatic channels them to Norway about Ayabacho and other terrorists the way they live in those countries them. But Norway as a government no be act on, because obviously Cameroon government the complaints it be biased according to Norway, because Cameroon government are one side of the equation. They're going to need to listen to the other side of the equation in order for make an assessment. And they don't actually interview Ayabacho Lucas before based on the allegations where Cameroon government it be make through diplomatic channels and diplomatic cables. So what the way happened, the game changer, now the overwhelming evidence where these guys, they come on the ground, the investigators, they can't collect them. And these investigators, them now, when a third party, now news organization, they don't have any skin in the game. They know they support one side or other. They gather their evidence, they be impartial. When they present that evidence to the Norwegian authorities for comment, that's when the Norwegian authorities, they arrest Ayabacho Lucas. My partner in crime, there for day too, they like be very happy about this live broadcast, just like I am. So now the Ayabacho Lucas, now your own words, your own mouth, indicting. So now if you see another video, this is what they talk about the video where As Lucas can claim responsibility for that public execution. And the reason why they can't do that public execution now for send a message to Blacklegs, because of what way me and you with the Blacklegs, we don't do one for them. We sell the amber terrorists, they can't compromise them, and it pissed them off so much they react by doing this public execution. And they know we want do the public execution and then hide them. They want to do them and then take responsibility. So as for send a message. Now why that way they put the people them in the market square, they execute them in public, record the video and then share them, and then accept responsibility for Amnesty International, accept them for Human Rights Watch, and then when the investigators they contact Ayabacho, they discuss about these things, them Ayabacho to accept responsibility for these things, them based on that overwhelming evidence plus the evidence where they gather them on the ground from eyewitness statements, them testimonies, them the investigators they go for Gusang, they go for Bamenda, they go for Kumba and for Boya. They talk to people them And I've been know all of these things then because they talk to ex-combatants as well. I was aware of this investigation where they go on, but I know if it come out, can't talk and say Ayabacho will be arrested anytime soon because some of the sources the way me I be get the information from, they no be ready to make the information go out. And also when some person be investigated, when some person they under investigation, then you know if you just go out, you go tell ye and tell the public say it they under investigation. If you do that, then it go hide evidence, it go run, it go try for make sure say make the investigation no be successful. As simple as that. So it will be in our best interest for make sure say we keep them low key until when Ayabacho it don't provide enough evidence with your own mob, your own public statements, your own outings, with the own evidence we go present them to the investigators. And now one of the reasons that way I be go out deliberately make some provocative statements and for Goldie because now idiots now she know why black foolish people them. So they go out now, they fall into our trap. They provide overwhelming evidence where the international community, Norway as a government, could not be indifferent. Now, why that way they arrest Ayabacho? So I go play the first video of Ayabacho, my contributor, them when I listen, and it go start for this video. It go accept responsibility. Say it be commander-in-chief of the ADF, and he be responsible for everything what the ADF do on the ground because now he own them and now he arm their terrorist gang, and he go talk about how it don't make the territory ungovernable. Now, just some of the evidence then this way they use them against him for indicting for those crimes against humanity. For them, when I listen, when I see how some human being will take your own food, took for your own mouth, and then he call himself say be doctor this, doctor that. When I listen,
we have created a permanent sense of ungovernability. We determine also issues of taxation.
The atmosphere of ungovernability, because I got a lot of questions from Ground Zero on that. When you render a society or a city or a region ungovernable, who takes the brunt? The citizens, definitely.
That's the nature of liberation wars. You see, we are acting as though we are in a situation of normalcy.
Are you in control of the fighters on the ground, your fighters?
I am the
ADF
commander-in-chief. I'm in charge.
Okay, if you're in charge, I will expect that you take responsibility for all the things they do. Do you?
I do.
Okay, some of the things that, according to, as you see, I have a lot of papers in front of me, a lot of questions came from home. Some of the things they do, I've been told, include kidnapping, torture at Alat Bukam camp, summary killings, all kinds of things going on. It suffices that you own a business and they just come and pull you off and execute you. Do you endorse things like this?
No, because the code of conduct of the Ambazonian Defense Forces, which is shared with other forces,
the code of conduct
does not tolerate acts of kidnapping or torture.
We will take care of them. Our forces will take care of them. As you all know, yesterday, the Ambazonia Defense Forces, following the established Ambazonian Code of Law and Code of Justice, carried out summary execution publicly of 2 Cameroon spies recruited by the B commander in Ambo, following our code of conduct, our code of law and code of justice. They were executed. They were executed.
So my country people then, now the video that, literally one of the best works the way I don't do producing that 2-minute video. That 2-minute video directly linked to the investigators that come on the ground to Cameroon, and they directly result in Ayabacho Lucas being arrested. And Ayabacho Lucas will be forced for teach a lesson, for try for show blacklegs them, for try for stop the blacklegism. Now, why that way they execute those 2 people them, and then they take credit. And that's why Ayabacho, I don't believe they could ever see the light of day again. And this one, not just one domino, it go fall. All the other dominoes, them, Asu Lucas, Capo Daniel, them, Cecilia Amambo, Julius Me, and the rest, they on the line for follow this domino where it don't already start the fall. So there will become evidence for explain what they be know about the activities them for AGOVC and the public executions, the murder, the Madame Ayafo Florence and other ones them where even Ta Paddy King Town will be the talk when I be here, it be make reference to Ta Paddy be make reference to Kiga, Theodore Kiga when at that prison ward where they be behead them for Boy Division, where his sister Ibina Emmanuel Kume. So all of these people them now just some of the atrocities in this way Ayabacho Lucas don't commit them. And blockade from Bengui Road, where it don't staff people there, make people them be impossible people them for carry out their normal day-to-day activities them, and they don't claim responsibility for that. And they go on for talk, say the people them for Momo, they like them. They like as they don't block them, they don't block their road. Fantastic. So now just some of these things and where it make them. Ayabacho, it don't take your own food, it you can for your own mob. It they like it don't load your own gun, it shoot itself, not before photo, it shoot enough for head. It shoot itself for head. So now just one of the first videos and that I get more videos than for playing for now contribute them. So make we play, actually make a wind forward. I go play for now the video about yellow taxi color, and then I go come back for can play the one about kidnapping my contributor. So when I listen to Ayabacho, it go talk about yellow taxi color kidnapping, and then the next video I go play now my interaction because I be called into that live broadcast. When I go hear what way Ayabacho go talk regarding me, and then we'll talk after. When I listen to this one about yellow taxi color first.
That they do, that we can undermine their authority, we challenge their presence and speed up the day that we assume control of our territory. I know it's more complex than people see. So you are seeing taxi color. That's what you're seeing. And I'm seeing authority. That's why you see the regime reacted. If a taxi color was useless, why did the regime not simply say, oh no, let us allow these taxi colors, to be changed? It's an issue about who is in charge, who exercises legitimate authority within the territorial space of Ambazonia. Is it the colonial authorities of La République du Cameroon or the Ambazonian people?
I get the raison d'etre for it. This is a call that I have just received from Ground Zero. Listen to it.
Yes, Mr. Cho Ayaba, you've asked people to pay liberation taxes, and now your boys are on the ground to check the liberation tax ticket. If you are not in possession of one, they harass you. For those who have paid, if you are discovered with one by the military, they harass you and take you to military courts. Where is our backing? Where can we back up those who have paid? How can we get out of trouble here? When you pay, you are harassed by the military. You don't pay, you are harassed by the boys on the ground. Mr. Chuayava, can you say something about this?
All right. What's your response, sir?
Thanks a lot, comrade. When we instituted, there are three things. When we instituted the tax, we provided receipts with serial numbers. And we took 2 months to explain to our people that we are aware of the barbarism of this system and that people should make sure Once they get their receipts, they preserve their serial numbers. That's number one. We give firm instructions to our forces. In case you do control and you are asking for a receipt and somebody does not have it, make sure you leave that person alone. If the person has not paid, then the person should be able to pay. People should not keep receipts. They should keep their serial number. That's the second point. The third point, which I want to bring to your attention, my comrade, is that the very notion of our resistance is a risk.
Well, but the complaint that I get from many people is that your actions are hurting him. So, question: if you, as a leader, if you undertake a decision or an action and realize that people are complaining it's hurting them, are you going to revoke that decision?
The first type of decisions will make it as open as possible. We have debate. There are certain decisions that are taken by our forces. Take, for example, the taxi color. It was announced by our forces. It was already public. And I went behind to make sure that I said, no, don't allow blue and white. Let every taxi be painted any other color, number one. Number two, I said, don't burn taxis. You can use other measures. For example, you can take away the categories and make sure that they pay a fine if they have not changed their colors. Of course, we saw certain acts of taxis being burned. During the period of resistance, there is some pain that they have to incur.
So thank you plenty, my contributor them. When I don't hear which way Ayabacho Lucas get for talk vis-a-vis the yellow taxi ban, it take responsibility. Na ye announce them and na ye implement them and na ye send you terrorists them on the ground and they go start the bomb taxi them. I talk say during so-called liberation there is some pain, some pain. When I begin to enjoy the pain, my contributor. So now, when I listen to my interaction, when I be hear that, I call into the live broadcast for antagonizing, for chuki, for tickly, for make it talk more, make it continue, for the threaten people them, and all of those things there, because now idiots, and they will always fall in the trouble we set up for them. So when I listen to which way Ayabacho Lucas, which way me I be talk, when I be called into that live broadcast, and which way Ayabacho Lucas talk after when I listen.
Seems there's somebody on the line. Hello, good afternoon. This is Voices of Africa on Chat Night. Be brief, sir.
For allowing me to ask my question. By the way, I am MKPD, my country people them. I just want to inform Ayabacho that, as he has rightly said, he did not come up with the idea of taxi colors. I did. And because he has no control of the armed terrorists on the ground, I injected the idea into their heads and they went out and announced it. And this is the issue we have when you give guns to people who are poorly educated. They can get influenced by anyone to just go out there and do anything.
Let me make sure that I understand you.
Allow him speak. Just allow him speak.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes, I have communication with these terrorists who carry guns on the ground in the Anglophone zone in Cameroon. I do. And I have influence over them, just like Ayabacho does. And the influence I have over them may not be that I am not their so-called commander-in-chief or whatever, but you can influence them with money. You can influence them by injecting ideas into their heads. And that is exactly an example of what happened. He has confessed himself that he did not come up with that idea of taxi colors. He just backed it because all he cares about is to have to be relevant and to have the boys on the ground to endorse him. So he doesn't have full control of the boys. Gone are those days when they used to control those boys. Now they are armed bandits and criminals who go around harassing people for money.
Let me ask you a question. Yeah, let me ask you. Don't go away yet. So let me ask you a question. Yeah. I'm getting confused here. I thought that the taxi color was something initiated by Ayabacho. You were saying that you brought up the idea.
Ask him. He is there. Ask him whether he was the one who came up with the idea. Ask him, he will tell you.
So what idea, let me ask you again, sir, what idea was your idea about the idea of the taxi color? What did you want the fighters to do?
I want them to be all killed. And this is a brilliant way to achieve that. Since they announced the idea of the taxi colors, they went ahead implementing it the way they wanted to implement it. That is their business. I am not part of their mafia. Okay. As a result of that, since then, 22 of them have been killed. And Ayabacho can testify. I can name some of them for you. So-called Commander Stone, so-called Commander Iron, and we came very close to killing JC as well because of this taxi color change. And that is my mission, and I almost achieved it. But I am not going to sleep. We will continue, and we will kill them all.
Thank you, sir. No, but don't go yet. I have one quick question for you. If you initiated this idea of taxi color because you seem to be exonerating the person being blamed by everybody, Ayabacho. So if you initiated the issue of taxi color, you're virtually saying that you asked that they change, everybody must change their taxi color from yellow to blue. If that's what you mean, then do you take responsibility for the taxis that were burnt? Because it was your idea.
Listen, my idea was I injected the idea subliminally to the armed terrorists that the color yellow is in the Cameroon flag, and it appears in the Cameroon flag twice.
Okay.
Knowing fully well that as illiterates as they are, they will go out there and say, just like how Ayabacho came up with the idea of checking people's ID cards because it had the Cameroon flag in it. So it is exactly along those lines.
Okay.
So I do not ask them to implement anything, nor do I control how they implement anything. Ayabacho was just talking about the so-called liberation tax. Okay, they come up with these stupid, ridiculous ways of punishing the Anglophone population, and they go about implementing it. I don't implement it, nor do I control any armed terrorists on the ground. I just injected the idea into their head, just like many other ideas. I am fully responsible for killing Oliver Lekiaka, by the way, in Libya, and a lot of other things that I have done to destroy Ambazuna terrorism. And I will sell my soul to the devil if that's what needs to be done. Ambazuna must be destroyed by every means necessary because they are a cancer that destroys the Anglophone population.
Okay, your point taken. So thank you so much, sir. Mike, on the people, them seems to be giving you a bottle of champagne here.
You now understand why we fight, right?
Because if he's saying that he initiated it,
when you listen to that language of hate, when you listen to his tone of anger, when you listen to his tone of acrimony, you now understand why we fight. If I was as wicked as him, I would have taken out his mother. His dad is dead. I would have taken one of their houses is being used as a military base. We know it. His in-laws, we know all of them.
So my country people them, when I don't hear what way Ayabacho come off for talk, any response, it goes straight to doing what Ambazuna terrorists do. You know, when you don't rattle some Nkunyami cage, you rattle some dog in cage, it will come start back. So Ayabacho talk, it start talk about it. Mommy, it threatened for kill my mommy, threatened for kill my family members. Them. That's all he has. That's all they know. The funniest thing I said, these people are so monumentally stupid for the way they don't understand them. How blacklegs are created in the first place. Now, Ayabacho look as a terrorist gang. They create me as a blackleg. When me, I live my life, they mind my business. I not be get anything to do with any politics or whatever they happen inside Cameroon. Not my business. Until the Amber terrorists, they attacked me, they invited me into this fight. And these terrorists, where they attack me, they be then under Ayabacho as well. So I hold Ayabacho Lucas 100% responsible for the terrorist attack and the attempt on my life. So as I talk say I go after Yeshid, no why terrorists the way they carry guns, and I go kill them all. I don't mix my words. Where's the Ayabacho talk next? For born in a house, kill your mommy, kill your family members, because that's all they know. You understand? Mateo na something. Ayabacho Lucas go need my permission for ever step a toe in the Anglophone zone again. Whether na inside Momo, Mezam, Koketunja, where it be na Mezam Pekin. For Saweso, it go need my permission. As a matter of fact, I don't believe say go ever come out for prison anyways. It go rot in prison. Now with the arrest, una Markham, 24th of September 2024. Now the last day that way Ayabacho, it go get freedom, according to my prediction. Because the evidence against it be overwhelming, I believe say they go find it guilty of those crimes them, and they go give a prison sentence where it could be nothing less than 30 years. He already be in the 50s. Add 30 on top, it means say it could be over 80 before they go move it out of, before they go ever see freedom again. Minimum of 30 years imprisonment, I believe say they go give. So my contributor them now just some of the things in this way we do for cause this kind of shit, no why blast them for become so desperate. For go to talk say they no respect Geneva Convention, for go talk say they need for kill blacklegs them, public execution, and because they believe say they get impunity. And now make I explain something for una about that impunity. Some things that don't happen where una don't understand where it be make Ayabacho become so desperate for do public execution like the one where it do one for Guzang Market Square and then claim responsibility. Now because Ayabacho be believe say it get impunity. It no be believe say there is any international system where if he hold it accountable for anything where it do on the ground inside Cameroon. I make I explain the reason for now why. When I remember the so-called Canada pre-talks, we be hold for Canada. After we be sabotage them, we sabotage the so-called Canada pre-talks. Yes, me I be one of the influential people the way we sabotage that nonsense so-called Canada pre-talks. People they be there of the opinion say it is so the international community it go sanction Cameroon if the state it withdraw from Canada pre-talks or if they don't engage in so-called dialogue with the so-called separatists. So you will get these kind of people the way they be there in that school of thought. And they will chuk talk for prime minister here, chuk talk for Kama ministers that here say no, or now when I don't pull out for Canada pre-talks, Canada go sanction Cameroon, Canada go make a minister, they no go fit travel, the president no go fit travel, they go sanction Cameroon, Canada, United Nations, Switzerland, they go sanction Cameroon. Now so they will talk all that stupidity because they don't understand how the international system works. And Ayabacho himself, if we believe that nonsense, say it is so, there will be so-called sanctions against Cameroon, and there will be some kind of repercussions or consequences for Cameroon pulling out of the Canada pre-talks or whatever nonsense. Okay. Now, here is what has happened since where Cameroon is pulled out of the so-called Canada pre-talks. We don't kill all the amber terrorists we are coming for enumerate them for now, we are coming for list them, including their so-called Supreme General Efang. We don't kill plenty on the ground. Now, on the international scene, Cameroon it go from strength to strength in the international diplomacy. Cameroon they become stronger and stronger. In that same time where they will expect, say Canada it go sanction Cameroon, China it don't invite Cameroon for the African summit. Russia it don't invite Cameroon, and President Paul Biya attend with the First Lady. And he ministers them. It go with a delegation of 4 or 5 ministers. The Minister of Commerce, Minister of External Relations, I believe, Minister of Communication, and Minister of Civil Cabinet, and the rest. They go for China, they go for Russia, and the United States of America. It invite Cameroon for the Africa Summit for United States, for Washington, D.C. It gets state visit, red carpet, all of that treatment for President Paul Biya and the First Lady and the delegation. So faced with that, and then they wait and wait and wait. 1 year can pass, nothing. There is also they call the Canadians. They talk say, "When I not go do something, when I not go do something, when I make they can't talk with Rio." Canada no get no leverage over Cameroon. They don't do nothing. They don't do them nothing. No sanctions, no nothing. So now the amber terrorists now they become flabbergasted and exhausted and confused. They don't know what to do because they were counting so much on Canada, putting pressure on Cameroon for can't dialogue with them. Now where Canada no fit put or they don't put them no pressure on Cameroon, and Cameroon they go from strength to strength on the international system. I know because these things for the execution of Guzang happen, before the whole world it decide for elect the former Cameroon Prime Minister Philemon Yang as the president of the General Assembly. And then also, when I look at other things that don't happen on the international community, France invite President Paul Biya at the opening ceremony for the Olympics for July 2024 and for August. And for September 2024 again, the France again invite President Paul Biya for the commemoration, the 80th anniversary for the I think the landing of Provence for Second World War for France. So in the international scene, Cameroon get very good diplomatic relations with all of these countries. No man ever put sanctions on Cameroon, nothing. So it frustrates the Ambazonian terrorists. And that is another thing where we Blacklegs will do them. By sabotaging the so-called Canada pre-talks, we force them to become this desperate. And now why that way Ayabacho can read the statement where he move people them for Nacho Junction, he move people them out of their homes, execute them in public. Okay, execute people them in public and then come on video. He can accept, say, Naiduam, but not just that. It talks say he no go respect Geneva Convention again. When I think say the joke, when I listen to Ayabacho Lucas, his own voice, his own words, now video, this be record them after that Nacho Junction massacre. The video, they load my confidence. When I listen,
none who enables colonialism, the killing of our people. I'm talking to you, soldiers of the savannah, ADF, those of Chomba, those of Bali, Pinin, those of Bui, those of Ngokitungia, Ndonga, all the forces. You arrest and release, I'm going to call you out. They don't release. They kill our own. There should be reciprocity. When Cameroon begins to respect the Geneva Convention, we will do the same. When Cameroon begins to respect the rules and conduct of war, we will do the same.
When I hear what he talk now, this one now for July 2023, where Ayabacho Lucas talk, say they know they respect Geneva Convention because Cameroon know they respect Geneva Convention. So it talks say frogs must go. It talks say if they kill one Anglophone or whatever, they go reciprocate, they go kill two Francophone civilians them. And then it killed 10 of them for Nacho Junction already for proof point. And then that one are for July 2023. This one are just some of the evidence where it don't build up Ayabacho. And I put this picture right there on the screen. I put down for you. It said when Cameroon begins to respect the Geneva Convention, we will do the same. By extension, any talk say they know they respect them, Geneva Convention. Now the implications of what that way if they talk that my country people then.
As you all know, yesterday, the Ambazonia Defense Forces, following the established Ambazonian Code of Law and Code of Justice, carried out summary execution.
When I hear what way as Lucas talk now, summary execution, no trial. They just take two people them, they shoot and kill them, and they believe say they go do them, they will get away with it. They get impunity because they so they no believe say there is any international system where it go hold them accountable because for them they don't be frustrated. Say Canada pre-talks don't fail. They hold no territory on the ground. There are few fighters or terrorists where they behold them as bargaining chips. They are being eroded. They are wiping them off one by one. They are killing them. And the Blacklegs, they cost them for being killed. So in that desperation, Ayabacho Lucas claimed responsibility for this. And by so doing, Ayabacho Lucas put a nail in your own coffin. And why that way Ayabacho Lucas be arrested? Now, maybe we talk about kidnapping for ransom with specific evidence. They will call the names of people the way you don't kidnap them, collect 10 million francs ransom. And Ayabacho Lucas accept them on video. Say they say they be kidnap that person and they be collect that 10 million francs from that man. When I listen to this video for Divine Chamukong, a Chat Night Africa broadcast, where it happened 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago for this September, we passed 2024. Ayabacho Lucas can discuss about the kidnapping of the Orange manager for Bamenda. And now some of the evidences, now some of the witnesses, then this way they go stand in court for Norway. They go explain their ordeal, the kidnapping ransom. And that some of the evidence this way, these people, they don't talk to the Norwegian investigators them. And when the time comes, they go stand on the docks and they go provide evidence where they go nail Ayabacho for cross. And Ayabacho will go prison for a very long time because of things the way you don't do them, because of things the way you don't talk them, and you don't claim responsibility. It talks say now ye be in charge, he be now the commander-in-chief for ADF, and everything when ADF do he be responsible. And ADF they kidnap people for ransom, and this one are just one of the concrete evidence them. My contributor them una listen to the evidence. Una listen, they go talk. Now bear with me 1 second. Make her unmute the video. Una listen.
I need your source. I need names. I need evidence.
Now, so since you need names, examples, I had one of the questions that came to me had to do with the I think it's the branch manager of Orange. The letter that came to me said he was kidnapped by your men and they tortured him, called their family, his family, and he was screaming on the phone as they were torturing, and they had to take 10 million francs from him. Are you aware of that, sir?
Yes, I'm aware. Orange,
what did you do?
Orange had been charged to pay its liberation tax. And I was made aware that one of the branch managers was taken into custody because of failure of payment of liberation tax. And I gave instructions consistent with the code of conduct. No one in our custody should be subjected to torture. I realized he had a head butt. And I asked how he sustained that. It was during the process of arrest. Each time something happens, there is always the propaganda that is being propagated out there by those who think this is a kind of a peace walk. This is war.
The code of conduct that you've drawn up for your fighters, does it take into consideration war crimes as defined by the International Criminal Court? Does it take into consideration that?
Our code was drawn by studying the 4 Geneva Conventions. It was drawn also by studying 1918 protocols, all customary practices in terms of war. And even we factored in situations of human rights which occur in times of peace. So it is a reflection of the 4 Geneva Conventions. So it takes into consideration war crimes, it takes into consideration crimes against humanity, which are systematic torture in nature, which are acts of systematic rape, and it takes into consideration genocide, which is deliberate act to eliminate a people fully or partially.
I'm happy to hear that, sir. But if this guy was tortured, he was screaming on the phone, it means either that, I don't assume that you tolerated it, as you say, but it would also mean that they don't take instructions from you. In that case, what did you do?
First, you cannot compare an act like that as falling within the realm of crimes against humanity. It may be arbitrary, but he was not subjected to torture. That's the first thing. He was not subjected to torture.
10 million francs he paid, is that true? If he did, where did the money go to?
Every liberation tax that is collected by our forces is used for the purpose for which it was defined. That is used to make sure that we can support our forces, to make sure that we can support education, we can support health, we can support every other action that can salvage our people, can protect our people, and can continue to project civil society.
But if your soldiers seize somebody in front of his home, maybe coming out of church or from work, and take into the bush and then beat him up, kick him, and he has to pay 10 million before leaving, it sounds like kidnapping, doesn't it?
No.
Kidnapping for ransom, so to speak.
No. At the introduction, you talked about Orange. These are companies. You are looking at Orange is a legal personality. You are looking at institutions operating businesses within Ambazonia. They have all been asked to pay their liberation tax within a particular period of time. And if you do not pay your tax, we are either going to shut the business, take people into custody to make sure that the company pays its tax. And that is the routine that we follow. For individual Ambazonians, you pay your 10,000, you pay your 5,000, and that's okay. If you do not pay, the law is very clear that penalties will be accrued for 30% after a certain period of non-payment. This is war.
Let me put it this way. Do you believe that the international community has a role in handling this conflict between you and the Biya government?
The international community has played some roles, but I know they have been bullied, and I don't want to get too much into that, but I'm very confident about where we are and that we are successfully using acts of targeted diplomacy and internationalization to bring our case to the halls of powers in London, in Washington, in Berlin, in France. You are aware of different Senate resolutions. You are aware of the debate in the House of Lords. And so the international community has been involved.
Thank you, plenty my country people them. When I don't hear which way I about to come up for talk. So it don't talk a few things them. It even go talk as far as for talk about crimes against humanity. And I see the talk so on the 6th. I see the talk on the 6th of September 2024, about 3 weeks ago, he was under investigation for crimes against humanity. Let that sink in. Just let that sink in. For Terwuna. And he did not know, of course. Of course, I knew because some of the people, the way they interview him, now me, I give their telephone number, say, I beg, talk to this person, talk to that person, talk to that person. So now I have told that, wait away, he don't talk. And make her go back one step and talk about the taxi color and whatever. And as Divine Chamukong, which is someone I respect, and based on these interviews, where Ayabacho be doing, I see now how it be important for let people like Ayabacho for express themselves. So for bring them onto these kind of platforms, and then challenge them, it's a fantastic idea. Now, why that way freedom of speech sometimes is fantastic. Now we get the words, and we go use them against ye. Now, some of these words where they go use them in the investigation, and it will lead up to him going to prison. So now going back to which way Ayabachobi talk about who to blame for the taxi color and whatever, and the question where Divine Chamukong it be asked, listen, if me I tell you, say it is so, I be passing your woman for corner market, but why will your woman be doing for church? I lie for you. I tell you, say I be passing for corner market because say I want make you get problem with your woman for house. When the woman come back for house now, you catch the woman, start knock him, they kill him. If you knock the woman, kill him now. They take you go court. You go talk say, but wait, no. Now that my neighbor, if you talk say see my woman for corner market, that is your defense. Fantastic. When I get sense, use that defense and see how far you will go away with it. Listen, Ayabacho to be blamed for burning taxis in Bamenda because now ye get the ADF and bad terrorists and now them they implement that policy. They be blamed for the implementation, not for coming up with the idea. Okay, now a fact say yellow, now the color of Cameroon. Now the only color where it appear on the Cameroon flag twice. Cameroon get exactly 3 colors for your flag: green, red, and yellow. And then we'll get another yellow star on top. So yellow, now the actual flag of Cameroon. You understand? Now the only color we appear on the Cameroon flag twice. So by injecting this idea into the shit, no white blast their head, it give them the sense say, that yellow, it means a Cameroon flag. However, they go now for go try for announce that policy or for implement them, it's not my business. The Amber terrorists, they are being blamed for burning taxes because they are implementing it. Okay, now here is the situation. If you, Ayabacho, no like the policy and no want to make the implement them, why not come publicly, just like how you become publicly, can announce the taxi color change? Oh, by the ways, not a single person in the whole of Bamenda, let alone anywhere else, it don't change the taxi color. Not one. Not a single person. It don't change the color for taxi, my contribute them. That is a fact and that is a reality. Not one person don't change the color for taxi for Bamenda. Since when the Amber terrorists, they talk about color taxi change. So they are being blamed for the implementation, not for the idea. Time when they come up with the idea for the Concord people, their ID card them. If that idea be just showing for Facebook, remain for day. No person, no for get any problems. The problem now say they go on for actually start the Concord people their ID card. That is where the problem lies. So thank when I playing to my computer them. Now just one of the videos and that I still get a couple of videos them of Ayabacho, we and Divine Chamukong they talk, and then we will call it a day after I play this one or two more videos of my computer them. When I listen to this next video, very entertaining and interesting. This one now, when I listen.
Back home, and sometimes to buy these taxis, you know, people have to borrow money from the credit union, sometimes Njangays and so on. I'm putting it to you that just recently we saw taxis being burnt. Now, but if you didn't agree with that, the burning of taxis, as you just said, but one would expect you to come out in public and call them out, and there has to be consequence. There have to be consequences. For anyone who burns taxis.
Since we started this interview, a taxi will cost maybe 1.5 million Amber. You just heard a lunatic came on the air and talked about killing Ambazonian forces. What do you think is the price that you can place on a fallen Ambazonian soldier? What do you think is the price that you can place on Mama Api, Baby Mata, then Gabu 21? What do you think is the price of the thousands of villages that are burnt? That you spend an entire period in an interview, you're talking about some peripheral issues because there are irritations to an occupying power that is vanquished.
But the question goes back to, even if it's peripheral, it affects people.
It's
the question I'm going to ask you. The question I'm going to ask you.
Listen. A woman dies every minute giving birth. Every minute in this world. Every minute a woman dies giving birth.
Dr. Cho, you're a very smart guy. The question I'm asking you.
Yeah. Do you want to give away the joy that comes with childbirth simply because a woman dies giving birth every minute? Every struggle for freedom carries with it a price. What we have done, listen, at the beginning of this struggle is to institute measures to mitigate the effect of La Republic's violence. This is the only struggle that you can study. That in 7 years, we just watched a video today. Amazonians in Cameroon are being attacked. Their businesses being burnt. You have not gotten a Cameroonian's business burnt in Amazonia. This is the only struggle where the occupier can just run around our cities while our own people are killed and our forces are taking risk to attack military officers in the middle of Boya and our commercial avenue.
Let's take a break.
Let me land. We can spend the next 100 years talking about Ambazonians have kidnapped here, Ambazonians have burnt taxi here. You are wasting your time. We are just getting started.
But you're not. You're not coming out to condemn that. Why? You just can minimize that.
Listen. If you go in the, let's just take the case of taxi color. I'll be making a speech in the coming days on the question of the protection of civilians in times of war, based on the principle of POC by Kofi Annan and the R2P under his regime. I'll be making a statement on that. Now, when I give you this as an example.
Okay.
When the handicapped guy, his taxi was burnt.
Okay.
I had a call with him, and I asked him how much was your taxi. And I said this is something I've not said before because of his own security. And I asked him, what is the cost of your taxi? He said, it's 1.6. I said, we will transfer that money back to you, but don't go back on the street with your taxi. We made that agreement. The next day, the regime made its propaganda and took him out and were doing all the shenanigans they were doing. I also came out clearly. I am clear about what I do. I am clear about what I do because I measure its impact short-term, medium-term, and long-term, even sometimes against the position of my organization. I do things as a leader inconsistent with policies of the Ambazonian Governing Council. To spend time here mourning about some couple of taxes when you have the impact of the war, the impact of the occupation is unquantifiable.
Let me ask you this question just sent to me by text. Dr. Ayabacho, you are saying that people will have to pay some price for their freedom. Your children are in Norway. Why other children are not yours? Question from somebody from that Ground Zero. Sent it by text.
Yes. I had an interview with Norwegian television last week, and this same question came up. He asked me, "Don't you think you are a coward sitting here in Norway and people are fighting on Ground Zero?" And I asked him if the last week, and this same question.
Somebody from that Ground Zero.
So my country people, them when I listen now, this particular pathway Ayabacho will talk about where I don't show una. I put the logo on the screen, make una see them. Now the now the Norwegian Broadcasting Corporation, this NRK. Now the company that where they be send investigators them on the ground inside Cameroon. Of course, Ministry of External Relations, we give them the visa, and Ministry of Defense, they provide security for them for go around for Kumba, for Boya, and for Bamenda, for Batibo, for carry out their investigations. Them, they interview people, them ex-combatants, them victims, them eyewitnesses, them gather enough evidence, return back to Norway, and they get an interview with Ayabacho. That same because now September last month we do this live broadcast on the 6th of September, so they'll be interviewing around towards the ending of August or beginning of September, according to your own confession. When I listen to it, way Ayabacho will talk, it will talk about say it be get an interview with a Norwegian television. Now the company that way they talk about. When I listen,
question from somebody from that Ground Zero, sent by text.
Yes. I had an interview with Norwegian television last week, and this same question came up. He asked me, "Don't you think you are a coward sitting here in Norway?" And if the king of Norway was a coward in 1940 when Hitler invaded Norway and he escaped to London.
Now let me ask you this question. The question the guy raised: what are your soldiers doing to protect the population? Because that has been the complaint, that the people are asking themselves, are they fighting the government forces or fighting the population? Because Dr. Ayabacho, there are persistent complaints of people pulled out of their houses and executed summarily. Have you heard that? Do you get those pictures?
It's false. It's false. You see, we have to speak based on data. We have to speak based on data. In the past 1 week, and this has not come up yet, and I'm so shocked that Ambazonians who have not asked about the killing of the 3 Ambazonians, the killing of the Reverend Pastor Bakwa in Quen, not asked about the killing of the 3 Ambazonian civilians. They have not asked about the killing of the Reverend Pastor Mbakwa in Quen.
My sources said that your fighters killed those people in Batu because they disobeyed their decision.
At night. At night, right? You forget that one of the woman killed is the mother. The woman killed is the mother of a soldier.
So contribute them. According to Ayabacho Lucas, it talks one of the people they will be killing from Batu now the Mami for an Amba terrorist. So according to you, that one enough been saying Amba the Dwam. That is literally the stupidest thing where any person fit talk him. The same Ayabacho for make it tell we wait will be happen for Guzang massacre. No mean Amba versus Amba. If Amba fit take another Amba, put them for down, bury him alive. Then you know will kill Amber, she no wipe last in mommy for night. These people are all massa. Okay. So we'll play the next video. I know even waste time for trying to analyze this one. We'll play the next video, my contributor will listen.
Told me on my show here, the video is there on YouTube for everybody to go and watch, that a lot of Cameroonian lawyers lose their cases in court when they use genocide in southern Cameroon as the reason why people are seeking asylum. If you say there's genocide, how do you explain the fact that Anglophone Cameroonians are living in French-speaking areas and not being killed? How do you defend that?
On the case of genocide, we have been...
How do you explain the fact that Anglophone Cameroonians are living in French-speaking areas and not being killed? How do you defend that?
On the case of genocide, we have been very clear that the actions of Cameroon in Ambazonia constitute genocide. I have cited different cases let me just give the case that came up in the ICJ case between Israel and South Africa, imposing conditions on a people that may prevent their development or that may prevent the protection of their lives. Just imagine the amount of villages that Cameroon has burnt. Just imagine the amount of houses that Cameroon has burnt. Imagine that the colonial SDO evacuated 16 villages in Manu and then went in to burn those villages. That is an aspect that if there is a contrary position, can be investigated by the prosecutor of the ICC or any other committee that can be set up by the United Nations.
I'm not interrupting you. Your press secretary feels interrupting, but we have to wrap up at some point, unfortunately.
So my contributor then, sorry about the quality for the live broadcast, and it be a little bit somehow for that last video. I hope say when I be fit here that last video properly, it not be very clear the audio quality. So we don't come towards the end of the live broadcast, my contributor them. We don't do live for 1 hour and 53 minutes. So I will look at some of our comments them. If we get any question for ask, we'll leave them in the comment section. Now is the time. If you get any pressing questions for ask them, put them in the comment section, my contributor them. And then we'll wrap up this live broadcast. When I see when I contribute the telephone number, it is on the screen for una +44 749 519 8739. We're there for Telegram and WhatsApp as well. Of course, we also get our website when at www.countrypeople.com. Now the website that is there on the screen for una. Una make sure say una continue for the share, una share make it go far and wide. Make I check out some of the questions then for see if some person don't leave any question where it need me for react. So we'll get Carlos Agbo. Now, fantastic black like this. It's a countryman. You are a legend. Thank you so much, my brother. Carlos Agbo, now big black leg where they do a lot in the background, and some of the videos, the way we use them for Neil Ayabacho Lucas. Now, Carlos Agbo be identify them, cut them, and then share them. It bring them to the fore, and give those kind of videos them exposure, and then we use them from Neil Ayabacho. So we get Masamimbo. It says Shake No Day Kumkum still available in Weti in Kwanto. I don't know me that word. We'll get Field Marshal Aretha or Benson Makia. It's a breaking 3 sheet no wife last amber down in Meme. That 1st October Independence Day, it is sweet go past. Thank you for that breaking news. A day for our website, www.countrypeople.com. Follow that news, see the pictures with the carcasses and everything. We'll get Kamer Pekin. It don't live we. It don't live with a comment. It talks a no question on my country people them. Just to thank you on behalf of the thousands of unknown Anglophones who align with your vision for them to be free. Thank you, MKPT et al. Thank you. We got Vinya Yango Day here. It's a fire go born Ayabacho this time. It didn't get that now, so we also get a better Anglophone talk say, but na them fit use fake profile only. With the use fake profile pass them all, bolting them. We'll get Helena Ngo. It talks say, hey, sorry, I'm just coming in now. It's 5 a.m., but I will listen to this after and make sure say go start them right from the beginning. Watch them again. Very interesting live presentation today. We don't talk about Ayabacho, your arrest, and how it take your own mop and your own hands and your own actions. Them it go work enter inside problem. All where we the black legs will be need for Duam now for antagonize you. And I know saying that she no white last idiots them for antagonize them, make them. They provide the evidence where they be needed for nail them. We get matters arising. It's a happy Black Leg Day, MKPD. We are in this together. Amber shall have or shall know no peace. Together we shall bring Amber down and set our people free. Okay. We'll get Abu Bakari Yerima. A talk fine question now too. Divine Chamukong. I appreciate Divine Chamukong for those two live broadcasts that we'll be doing with Ayabacho. It do a fantastic work for asking tough questions them and hold it fit to the fire. That's what we expect of journalists. We also get Kum Leonard for my media prime for Cameroon. He's doing a fantastic job. It's not easy. I understand. I don't jump into this media work with 2 foot them in the past few years them. Where I know being a trained journalist, so I understand how difficult it be for do what we would do for presenting information will be verified and will be authentic and where it go help for inform people them and for bring what people them forward. My country them. We get Masamimbo. It's a make una share. Una match fire for share and make it go far and wide. My country them. Una share make it go far and wide. So before I go, must see if I will load some this thing. I want to load something for sure and for Una. My spelling wasn't right. Usa did this thing day again. Okay, I don't get the information. I have one load down for sure now, but that notwithstanding, we'll go mass continue. Arita Benson Makia, it talks that these diaspora Amber agents actually took the civilians in the northwest and the southwest for fools and the low-class people so that they use them as guinea pigs for their dirty war experiment. Idiots. We get General Odontolo. It's a show us lang minutes to add. When you ask, I deliver. Ma show una General Odontolo. Una listen.
They recall him whether my country people, that loser, that criminal, that guy, he don't fight war for La Republic more than La Republic of Cameroon soldiers. I mean, every day he's trying to do something for seeing La Republic defeat us. He be focused. He be so focused to the point where they miss one day where he never try to put something out there, talent to destroy Amazonia. Yet we are not paying attention. I think say if that guy is a contractor, titles. On a serious note, what we don't work for La Republic, it passed even Brigadier General Ka or Donto Voleur. On a serious note, because the guy did right every negative little thing we say. Now the infighting, if we lost this war, God forbid, I'm not going to even blame La Republic again. Look at their own activists. Look at this criminal way they call it. Conrad Titus. Instead of our activists to focus on people like that to destroy him once and for all, no, our activists are against themselves. They've been so righteous against themselves. On a serious note, because the guy did right every negative little thing we say. It even instruct the Republic of Cameroon terrorists to they don't kill Ambazonia fighters. For example, General Trouble, out of negligence in Gokutunja, was killed a few days back. In course of killing General Trouble, the Republic of Cameroon killed one mama where we sell whether na cocoa or granite for corn root. They killed one Christmas. Conrad Titus not put them on social media. He put a picture for General Trouble, something where vex my heart past every other thing. We get our own activists. Unfortunately, the day on their forum, they reprove how righteous they be. What a shame. What a shame. What a shame. What a shame. On a serious note.
Lesson number one, Makonjipo, Dr. Weti. Listen, whether or not you accept Makonjipo is a force to reckon with. Me, I agree. He's an enemy that is strong. So, Ambazonians will thank Makonjipo for the wonderful job. Now, we'll go ahead.
So, thank you all my country people them. Una mass fire, una share and whether una they watch them live or una they watch them later on, una share, make it go far and wide. My country people them, una share, make it go far and wide. Now my telephone number down on the screen +44 749 519 8739. Una message me for WhatsApp and Telegram, and una go join our WhatsApp group and Telegram channel. Comments are plenty, my contributor. I don't get time for read all of them. I honestly not get time. I just came for see one or two if you read them. This one will get Bertrand Kana. It talks Ngong Dog Emmanuel, Chris Anu, Bunga Mana Kwanga, Sako Ekome, Mark Arata, Eric Toto. Their canas don't go inside Bele. the same for Marianta, Nigella, Kuda Beans, Mangang, and so on. It's not easy for them. It's not easy at all. Thank you, plenty. Oh man, we don't join. We Matthew Uget Agbo, Carlos Agbo say something is cooking for Asu Lucas. Oh yes, we don't put pot for fire. We don't put pot for fire since. You say I did for the case with all my 3 black feet. Oi, Carlos Agbo get a 3 black leg them. Fear this guy. Yes, he say this countryman, you pass all journalists then for Cameroon. Thank you for the compliment. Kame Pekin talk say, when I follow my country people then for TikTok. Yes, when I follow, I know them for TikTok, but I'm sure Black Leg, they don't create TikTok page when I country people. When I follow them, now Kame Pekin surely get them in the runner. When I follow them, yes, now follow them. Betanglo said Tapang is here watching with a fake profile. He is so frustrated and now trying to get into American politics. Now, idiots. On a serious note, I have to end the live broadcast. So we don't do live for 2 hours and 4 minutes. So yes, we don't try. No be so, my contribute them. We don't try. Make we go rest. I don't even know self say this my voice. It will allow me for their life for this long, where I not get a coughing fit. But yeah, I want to appreciate all man we don't share. When I mash fire, we day together. I contribute them. We day together.
Hail, hail, hail the Kumkumasa. We the Cameroonians, we pledge our loyalty. Kumkumasa, Kumkumasa, you shall free our country from terror. and your blessing shall be like the stars above. The Most High God shall be your guide.
Now, my country people, then before I go, I want to do some small Operation Sunshine. So when I remember 2018, Ambashi No White Blast, they do demonstrations then for New York, for Washington, D.C., outside the White House. So now the Ambashi No White Blast, and this way they come up for do some demonstration outside the United Nations building. There were less than 20 of them in number. So we don't get their pictures. Now them that way at the display on the screen. All of this in Kunyam them. Now wait till this way we call them say flying fish. When I know why we call them flying fish, because some fish they way they call them say exocetidae. And exocetidae, now the kind of fish way when you want to catch them inside water, they come on for outside fly, but they can only fly for seconds, and sooner or later they must enter back inside water in order for survive. So black people then we did like, especially this one day they did abroad for one man country, they did like flying fish. You feel run, fly come up for outside water. No matter how much fish come up for water, no matter how long it fly outside, that fish na fish. Sooner or later, it go jump back inside the water, and we dey wait for una. They flying fish them. One day, una go enter back inside Cameroon. When una papa die, una mommy die, una come for traditional rights, una come for inheritance, and all of those things them, we dey wait una. Flying fishes. Yes. Una go enter back for Cameroon now. And then una go, no man no go harm una. There will be no, not at all. This is not a threat. It is just that you will have to then, how can you claim say genocide there for country? No genocide, no day for Cameroon. Ayabacho Lucas, the Amber terrorists, are the ones who are being arrested in Norway, and they charge them for committing crimes against humanity for Cameroon. So as flying fish the way they be, when I don't see them fine no. And now one of the reasons this way, all the Amber terrorist propaganda videos the way we go see for this 1st of October 2024, when I know we see population for their back because the population they fear, and all the Amber No White Blast terrorists then they wear mask, they recover their face. Now why? They didn't recover their face because they fear President Paul Biya. They didn't recover their face so because they fear na Cameroon military. No, they recover that face because they fear now we black legs, me and you, because now we know them inside the quartier. Now, why that way the Amber terrorists cover their face? Go back for 2018, 2019, 2020, 2022. Amber terrorists, they nobody cover their face when they do this propaganda for 1st of October. They were not. But since we're black legs, they become the consequences and the repercussions, it fall on the Amber terrorists. Then now they don't start for the cover their faces. Them. So now some flying fishes than this. When I just know say this one them, they don't ever chop that kind of ekwang where your auntie the cook for boya. Until you know who are they talk about that ekwang where you be stewing for London, no? Yeah. They don't ever chop that kind of ekwang. Chai, I miss those days. So ekwang they way, no matter how you import the spices them from Cameroon, come back for London, come abroad, can't cook the ekwang for Maryland, can't cook the ekwang for London, for Norway. It no would taste the same. Like the one way, like how we go taste when they cook them now for inside Bamenda or inside Boya. When I understand no, that cassava way fresh where they harvest them for farm, now where they go make the ekwang for day. Yes, or cocoa. I said cassava now for kumkum. Yes, that cocoa where they make the ekwang for day, they come off for the harvest them fresh. Yes, that cocoa way, so caterpillar don't chop half. Now that kind of it taste. They don't ever taste them again. When I enter back for Cameroon or flying fish, they come out for go protest for this 2024 outside the United Nations. Less than 20 of these last they be for day. Even I see the other people the way they did on the right, where they wear the red cap. Now Ugandan protesters them, no be them. So now the state of ambassador terrorism this. For 2018, 2019, when they go protest outside the White House, there were hundreds of this shit, no white blast them. For 2024, where them they don't be up to 20. I say we don't kill Amba terrorists, them. We don't wipe them out. We don't wipe them out. Okay? We don't wipe this shit, no wipe last them. Where we don't grind them. Before I go for una way, una just come. Ma just go back. I want to play for una this video of Theodore Ngomba. It go explain for una who my country people be and how would they destroy ambassador terrorism. No be secret. No be secret, my country people them.
As we know, my country people them is still a ghost. Claims of him being unmasked have not stopped him from doing what he does. His goals are very clear. He calls himself the king of blacklegs and is determined to destroy Ambazonia. It is the Ambazonians themselves who are giving him all the ammunition to use against them. And the more he is attacked, the more we will have different my country people them sprouting. It is our understanding that a lot of the videos that he shares are simply taken from the phones of dead or captured fighters. There is no telling what else will surface from fighters' phones in the future.
That is why if you go to Nkunkumasa, he's no longer finding stories again. He uses all that we say against the struggle, he uses it to educate our people that it was not necessary